Alrighty, welcome everybody to our Juice Plus launch party. Yay! I am Christine Drummond. I'm a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company, and I've been with them for about 3.5 years. And you'll hear a little bit later as people share their stories why we are so passionate about educating people about the power of whole foods and fruits and vegetables. And I'm going to hand it over to my gorgeous friend, Jess Fuller, who is going to tell you all about these incredible products. So take it away, my friend.
Hey, thank you. Welcome everybody to our regular Wednesday night event. This is all about the products that we have. You're going to hear some incredible stories. If you've been invited along to this, by somebody, then they definitely just wanted to reach out and just get you to take a look at what we have. So that's what this is all about. Quick show of hands. Who has struggled or knows somebody with some sort that's struggling with some sort of health issues at the moment? So let's say diabetes, obesity, heart disease, skin conditions. Hands up. Cool. I'm talking to the right crowd. That's great. So, we really are about inspiring healthy eating around the world. That's our mission. So, there is such a gap in the nutrition in the world that we are seeing so many people that are sick and in pain. What we know to be true is that there's nothing out there that can't be helped by really great nutrition. Okay, nothing can be made worse, that's for sure, right? So, there is definitely, a missing link in so many lives out there, and the missing link that we believe is real food, whole food. Okay, the Juice Plus isn't a vitamin; it's a whole food product. So, a lot of people talk about vitamin deficiencies out there. We don't have vitamin deficiencies. We really do have a whole food deficiency out there. So what Juice Plus is about is just to bridge the gap between the nutrients that we're getting every day and what we really should be getting. So, people that don't eat, 3 to 5 serves of fruits and veggies in a day actually need to have a lot more than that. We've got such compromised produce and, availability issues and things like that, and not to mention cost of organic produce and all of that. So, there is definitely that gap that Juice Plus fits in really, really well. Okay, so a little bit of my story. I joined the Juice Plus company and jumped on the products on the same day. It was just over 12 months ago. A friend approached me. I was working in the gym at the time as a personal trainer, and it wasn't the first time, obviously. People come into gyms all the time saying, can you sell this product and whatnot? And I didn't really have anything to do with that. I didn't at all. So I was the awesome friend that totally ignored my friend for ages. And, she kind of, kept coming to me going, Jess, you really need to look at this. And I finally did. I sat down, I took a look, I went, oh God, show me these fruits and veggies in a bloody capsule, okay? And, I'm so grateful that I did. It blew my mind. I really saw this as a way to just impact so many people because, and at the time, I guess I felt quite healthy. I thought I lived a pretty healthy lifestyle, personal trainer, I'd done competition, and I didn't really think that I would feel benefits like I heard so many other people had felt. I thought I ate enough fruits and veggies. So I was more excited to get my kids and my husband on the product because my kids, I've got a 3 and a 5-year-old, they definitely weren't eating enough fruits and veggies. So I was pleasantly surprised. I had more energy within about 2 weeks. I definitely felt that. I wasn't needing that coffee in the morning. I was sleeping so much better. Over 12 months now, and I have not had an eczema flare-up. Like, hallelujah. Anyone out there that struggle with eczema or skin conditions, it is a pain in the butt. I had to apply steroid cream. So I haven't had a flare-up in all that time. you know, my kid, none of us have been to the doctor. Okay, we've not been, you know, sick where we've had to take time off. You know, if we feel like we're a bit run down, I just double up on my capsules, and it's gone in 2-3 days. So we love that. So we've just had amazing health over the last 12 months, or just over 12 months, and I'm forever grateful for that 12 months that we've had. So we'll just take it forever, and hopefully my kids still take the gummies the capsules by the time they move out of home, and they'll keep taking the capsules. So I'm going to quickly go through the products that we have. We've only got 3 in Australia. We are international, so if you know anyone in other countries that you think would love Juice Plus, we are definitely all over the place. But in Australia, we've got 3. So our first product is our capsules, okay? These are our babies, fruit, veggie, and berry blend, okay? Now, what you're getting is 29 different plants and whole foods in a capsule, okay? So how it's made is the whole food is pulverized into a juice. It's dehydrated, kept at really low temperatures, and then put in a vegan capsule. We're very lucky in Australia, we get a vegan capsule. The enzymes are still live, okay? It's bioavailable, which means our bodies recognize it as food. So anyone out there that's been on a multi might have experienced the techno-colored pee. But here's pee out the multivitamins, so it's not getting absorbed into your body. Juice Plus is different. That doesn't happen. Juice Plus it breaks down and gets absorbed into your bloodstream in about 5 minutes, and then gets to work, okay? What happens when you flood your body with all of that variety? So you've got variety in there that, like, there's things in there I've never even seen before in real life. Maybe one day I will, but there's some things like the different berries. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I get to have it every day. So that's cool. But what happens when you flood your body with all of these nutrients? Good stuff just starts to happen, and your body just starts to work better. So whether it's digestion, whether it's skin conditions, whether it's just more energy, whether you've got more mental clarity, all sorts of things. We are excited and surprised all the time, you know, at the results that we hear back from our customers and the team as well. So there's our capsules. Okay, we've got those ones. Our next product is our complete powder. So our capsules, if everyone, just when you jump on, if you just want to mute yourselves, just so that we don't have background noise. So where the capsules are our micronutrition range, we have a macronutrition range. So this covers our carbohydrates, protein, and fat source there, packed full of plants, dairy-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, all these different plants in there, like peas, broccoli, alfalfa, radish, quinoa, pumpkin, mushroom. You don't taste any of it. You just taste like delicious chocolate or vanilla milkshake. Now, you can have these on their own. That's amazing. Like, I often run out the door and have these for breakfast. Otherwise, you can put them in a smoothie. They taste amazing. Perfect for pre-post workout, morning or afternoon tea, all of that. We've always got them. Kids can have these. Another thing I should mention is that Juice Plus is okay. Well, it's better than okay. It's amazing for anyone that's pregnant or breastfeeding. They can take Juice Plus. They can have these. Kids can take Juice Plus. They can take the capsules. They can take the shakes. It's all good, okay? And it's encouraged. We love that. So there's our shakes. We do have a transformation program. So if you're wanting a real, like, nutrition overhaul and you want a bit of structure, we've got that. We've got meal plans. We've got recipes. We've got shopping lists. And you'll have us as well. So if you like that, you know, we can keep you accountable. We can help. So we've got that, and that incorporates like 1 or 2 shakes a day with our capsules as well. Okay, so we love that. Now, our third product is our kids gummies or adults gummies as well. They can, like, you can choose, but we have an amazing program, which is the Children's Health Study. Now, every time a adult jumps on the capsules, the company sponsors a child. So whether it's your grandchild, your child, your niece, your nephew, you select the child and they actually get the product for free. Okay, they get the product for up to 4 years, as long as that adult is taking the capsules. So that's amazing. We've got over 1 million kids running around on free fruits and veggies. So they're going to get 17 different fruit and veggies every single day. I don't know a kid that actually has that. So that's amazing. And they think it's a little lolly and they love it. So some of the things that we get back from the studies are the kids are eating more fruits and veggies. Their palate changes. They're drinking more water. They're sleeping better. They've got less doctor's visits, less time off school. That's everything we want to see, right, in our kids, okay? Just that boosted immune system, loving life, happy days. So there's our products. Look, our products are bulletproof. They've been around forever. Well, when I say forever, like 28 years. There's over, if you're into the science and research kind of stuff, we've totally got that stuff for you. We've got over 30 clinical peer-reviewed studies. And you can find them all on the juiceplus.com website. They're all there for you to see if you're into that. And yeah, it's been around forever, so it'll be around forevermore. So I'm going to hand it over to some awesome people that have jumped on. They're ready to share with you their results so far. So I'm going to go to, first of all, Jules, because you're next to me on the screen. Hey, Jules.
Hey, how are we going?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Jules. Thank you for sharing tonight. Now, okay, what got you interested to get started on Juice Plus? How long has it been? And what's your results been so far?
So I was introduced to the product by Dion. So that's my husband's cousin. And she was chatting away to me and telling me about how she was feeling really good. And she would give me a basic explanation of what the products were. And I was interested in the products, not for me, but for my husband. He's a meat and potato guy, does a bit of training. And my son was 13-year-old son, following very closely in his footsteps. We were having steak and potatoes and the usual, maybe a few carrots and beans 4 or 5 nights a week. And if I put more veggies on their plates, they would be, cracking it. So it was just a fight to get them to eat well. And so the original reason I started was so that I could give it to them, and if it helped them, that would be great. But within 2 weeks, so that was last February. So we've been on the product for about 12 months now. So within 2 weeks, though, I'd noticed that I was feeling more and had more energy and was sleeping so much better. I would wake up in the morning feeling like I'd, had a great sleep, and it was really solid. So Dean was not feeling anything. In fact, he went through a pretty big detox for about 2 weeks. I remember him ringing Dion and telling her that he was, the products were making him sicker, and he was, giving her a bit of curry about all of that. But 12 months down the track, I'm, just ecstatic with the way our diet is now. I can serve and have stir-fry vegetables, 3 or 4 nights a week, and I don't get a fuss from my family at all. In fact, before we went on holidays, last year in November, my son was saying to me, "Oh, you haven't got enough cauliflower in the stir-fry, and the capsicum's too sweet." If that's the complaints I'm getting now about, dinners, I'm fine with that. But for me, overall, I just feel so much better. My muscle recovery after I've exercised and trained I just don't get muscle soreness anymore. So my husband says that it's because I don't train hard enough, but I don't agree with that. But, I just, and my skin's clear. I just feel ready to take on the world. So, yeah, that's a bit of my story, Jess. So.
Awesome. Amazing story. Love it. Thanks, Jules. Okay, we're going to flick on over to Monique. Are you right? Good to go?
Hello.
Hey, how you going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, awesome. So just share with the group what got you interested to start taking Juice Plus. How long's it been? And what's your story so far?
Okay, so I got introduced to Juice Plus when I was 5 weeks out from doing IMBA bikini and fitness comp. At that time, I was taking a lot of other crap, which was costing me a lot of money. So I kind of didn't really, have like much of an idea of like taking this on. I also felt as if I was, really at the height of my health at that time, as I was training heaps. I was eating lean greens and lean meats, and only good carbs and things like this. And I was training 2 or 3 times a day, and I wasn't partying as much either. So basically, I kind of thought, really, and I had actually just recently stocked up on all of my multivitamins, women's high potency, vitamin B12, iron tablets. I had it all going on. And then I thought, okay, yep, why not? Let's give it a go. I put all of my multivitamins and that to the side because I just wanted to focus on Juice Plus and just make sure it was just that was making me feel better, not both of them, together. Pretty much like from day one, I had so much more energy. The first week, I had so much better sleep. I was waking up not tired anymore. I was feeling more repaired, which was great for my training because I was actually excited to go to the gym, even though I'd been living there for 2 months previous. What else did I have happen to me recently? My sinuses have cleared up. I don't have any sinus anymore, which for me actually used to turn into a postnasal drip, which would then go down into my chest and end up being a chest infection. I have also experienced so much better digestion. I no longer take my IBS medication. That's been really good one for me. What else is so much stuff keeps popping up. 5 months in, I got clearer skin on my face, especially, which used to always flare up around that time of the month, which I like to think of, it wasn't really a skin condition per se. It was obviously more of a hormonal thing, which this just, goes to show how much this does reach you on a cellular level and balances out hormones. My most recent one is probably period pain. Not that I was a huge sufferer from it, but it used, we all know what it's like, I guess, but I used to get more of the back pain, and it was so weird because we were just going somewhere where I was speaking to Mum the other day, and Mum's like, oh, you haven't really had any of your lower back pain either. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so weird. Let me write that down. That's another thing on the list. It's so amazing that you just start feeling so great that you sometimes almost forget how shit you were feeling.
And I remember, I don't know if you mentioned it, but I remember you sharing the other week about your hay fever.
Yes, well, that's what I was saying. My sinuses, I don't have the hay fever anymore and things like that. Yes. And also another thing, how it does come down to, eating the rainbow, because it's exactly, I was having lots of vegetables and that, but I was mainly eating just greens because green is lean when you're doing bikini comp and things like this. And, so per se, yes, I may have been fit, but I probably wasn't actually that healthy. And it comes down to having all of those micronutrients. And I just recently, just this Sunday gone, went to a Comp Secret seminar. And they were even saying there, the trainers were just saying, and the coaches were saying that there's no specific special superfood. It's not just chicken and broccoli. You've got to have the variety of it. And they said that's the main thing because it stops metabolic damage, and it also stops your body from creating, intolerances to it. And since being on the shakes as well, to be honest with you, I was like, okay, fair enough, the capsules. And then when I got told about the shakes, I was like, come on, well, where's it got this? Where are the fat burners on it? This is what I'm thinking. Where are the fat burners? That's what I'm used to, And then I got them and gave them a go, and oh my God, I love them. And yeah, where are the fat burners? It's called, there's broccoli and that in it. They're natural fat burners. Naturally, if you want to lose, weight or fat and keep it off, the best detoxing is through fruits and vegetables. Yeah, it's just a known fact.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Monique. That's awesome.
No problem.
And not even a year in.
Yep, 10 months.
Yeah, awesome. All right, thank you. Okay, moving on. We've got Chrissy. Hey, Chrissy.
Hi.
Hello there. All right, you know the drill. Thank you so much for sharing with the group. You can take it away.
So I've been on Juice Plus now for 5 months. What life was like before was a little bit, I wouldn't say a little bit, it was horrible actually. I was a zombie mum. I had a little bubba who was only 6 weeks old and a 4-year-old little girl who was trying to run around, but she had a snotty nose constantly. She had a pack of wipes that lived beside her bed so she could decrust her face in the morning. So we put her on the kids' gummies. She'd shared her cold with Harry when he was only 1 week old. And that wasn't very nice to have a newborn baby that was sick. So, yeah, we put Katie on the gummies and, you know, we're 5 months in and she hasn't had a runny nose. She used to have ear infections constantly. She went through the full summer of swimming lessons without one. So we haven't had to put her on antibiotics. So that's a little bit of her story. It was about 5 weeks in and my husband went, all right, you've got way too much energy. Let me in on this secret. And I said, well, it's not really a secret. We all know that we should eat more fruit and veg. You're not going to. Here, have these. And, you know, for him, he sleeps better. His digestion's better. And he's just got energy. He's actually much more enjoyable to be around because we all feel so much better. My little bubba Harry, so he's over 6 months old now. Since the first cold that Katie shared, he hasn't been sick at all. Like, not even a runny nose, nothing, not even, you know, the beautiful baby pimples that they get. He hasn't had any of that. So, you know, that's amazing. And he sleeps so well. I'm still feeding him. And we were having dinner tonight and I handed him a piece of cucumber and he's sitting there sucking and chewing on cucumber. Like, I don't know any other 6-month-old baby that would do that. For me, I suffered with eczema and acne my whole life. I always have a patch on me and my skin was shocking. I was waiting to grow out of puberty. 27 years later, there I was. And, you know, that's been life-changing for me. My anxiety, I have not had an anxiety attack since I've been on Juice Plus. And, you know, that's massive. You know, with having 2 kids and life being so chaotic, you know, I just take it all in my stride. The latest one for me that's really hit home is I've suffered, and that's pretty much the only word for it, suffered with endometriosis and polycystic ovaries since I was 16. And I have not had any pain since being on this product. So I'm going to get emotional because, you know, that changes your life. I've lived for so many years in pain, constant pain, whether it just be discomfort or actually doubled over. And so I went to my 6-month checkup and everything is looking amazing. I go for a scan next week just to make sure that it's not just me feeling amazing. And, you know, I can't wait to share that with you. So to me, it's just a no-brainer. My body is so much more balanced and I'll be forever grateful for being introduced to the product.
Chrissy, your story just keeps getting better and better. Like, yeah, and you've had such amazing results from the get-go. Like, that's awesome.
Yep.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
Thanks.
And you know, on that, we don't know what Juice Plus is going to do for anybody. All right, when people go, what's Juice Plus going to do? I don't know. Like, what would happen if you ate lots of fruits and veggies? Like, it's just, we don't know. There's no, you know, like, we don't go out saying it's going to cure anything. Okay, it might, but we don't know because we don't know what's going on the inside. This works at a cellular level, and then it gets to work and we just get excited all the time. So like Chrissy, you know, what happened when she started to what's happening now, it really is the long-term benefits that amaze us. It's when we can look back over 12 months and go, right, I didn't get tonsillitis or I didn't get flu through flu season. I get that every year, or my kids haven't been sick anymore. It's that long-term stuff. It's awesome when we see amazing things happen straight away, but know that the benefits keep on coming, okay, when you take Juice Plus. Okay, so that's, I think, all we've got sharing tonight, unless anyone just wants to chime in there. Otherwise, I'm going to flick it over to Dromo. Over to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jess. And thank you to those beautiful girls for sharing those stories tonight. Absolutely amazing. And as you can see, as Jess said, we never know what it's going to do for somebody. But what we do know is that it takes most people's health to a level that they've never experienced before. You know, and a lot of people ask me, Christine, how does Juice Plus compare to this product, this product, this product? And my simple answer is it doesn't. You know, nothing compares to Juice Plus and what the Juice Plus company has been able to do. We're the only company in the world that's been able to maintain those enzymes. Yeah, and the enzymes are so important, guys, because that's what helps reduce the toxicity in our bodies and those that oxidative stress and free radicals, you know, that's causing disease and illness within our body. So it is an awesome, you know, defense mechanism against disease. And we are at the forefront of prevention. And as you heard Jess say before, you know, especially in kids, you know, having over 1 million kids on our Children's Health Study, we are making a really big impact, you know, globally on this health crisis that we're seeing today. So, you know, it's a simple concept. It's literally just fruits and vegetables. I know it's a bit Jetson-y, you know, George Jetson, that we have to put it in a capsule. And I often ask myself, you know, is this what we've come to? And it is what we've come to, yeah, because we just really are not getting enough fruits and veggies in every single day. And, you know, the World Health Organization recommends that we eat 9 to 13 servings of fruits every day, because the quality of our fruits and veggies has declined over the years, and they're highly sprayed with numerous different pesticides and herbicides and things like that, which also cause that toxicity in the body. So, you know, there's usually 3 types of people that attend these kind of events. Type A, you guys get it. You guys are excited to make some positive changes to your health. And, you know, we applaud you because, you know, you guys have got both hands up and you're like, yep, I'm ready for this. I know I'm not eating enough fruits and veggies. There's definitely a gap in my diet and my family's diet. And you know that and can see how this can fit into that. So if that's you, then just talk to the person that invited you to this event, and they can give you some more information. Type B, you guys are the research gurus. You guys are like, yep, I need to know a little bit more about, you know, the research behind Juice Plus, or maybe you've got some questions that you want answered. Great. Like, lay those questions on us. We want to get those answered for you. And then type C, you guys are just like, you know what, I can't see how this is going to fit in right now. But what we ask of you guys is just help us with our mission. Our whole mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. So if you know someone that is suffering with their health, if you know that, you know, some of the conditions that Jess mentioned before, if you know anyone that's got any of those conditions or that is struggling with energy, please send them our way, because you just never know whose life you can help change next. So I really, really thank all of you for, you know, giving up your time on a school night to be here with us. We're super excited and passionate about sharing this message, and hopefully it resonates with a lot of you, and you decide to give Juice Plus a whirl. So thanks, guys, and thank you, beautiful girls, for sharing your stories. You were awesome. Thanks, Jess, for hosting again.
Thank you.